Welcome to the Salt Circle Podcast. My name is Hank. With me is the nine-tailed demon fox. It's Ben.
Yeah, that's me. That's what they call me. You know how it is. We finally did it. Sort of, kind of. We're doing it. We'll have done it?
Yeah.
I don't know when this is going out. We've been joking for like 3 years or some bullshit.
When is the pinned
Oh yeah, that's right. You pinned
message
it
in the Discord?
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay. Like 2 years ago.
Okay, 2, 3.
2 years and a month.
Yeah, that tracks.
07/07/2022. Ben, I kind of want to watch Naruto.
Yeah. It finally.
You did this.
I did do this. No, the internet did this. TikTok did this. Instagram, whichever one of them. I was watching shit, right? And someone used a thing, and I'm like, I need to know what this fucking song is. I need to know this bangs in a unique way.
Is this real?
No, that was different. That was like, oh, it's the Power Rangers theme, and I'm like, that's not the fucking Power Rangers theme. That's too good to be a fucking theme for Power Rangers. No, I heard this, and someone's like, it's a Pain's theme from Naruto, and I'm like, no, it's fucking not. Naruto doesn't have good music. There's no way. And I looked, and I'm like, fucking, my apologies. Shit was good, so I'm like, I want to watch Naruto. And that just, like, never... I went through a string of shit, and that just kind of never manifested. And also, like, we were watching other shit, and then I think in that time, that's when I got into Urusei Yatsura, right? So, like, I was watching that in the background, and that was a gargantuan task that should not have been undertaken in that way. So it just never really happened. And then I've been reading a ton of shit lately, reading manga, because I discovered you can just put it on your phone, and then you can literally read it anytime you have 2 seconds to spare. You can do like a little bit here and there. You're on the metro, you're in a taxi, you're taking a dump. Doesn't matter. You can read it anywhere. For me, because I can do it on phone, which, not for everybody. But,
yeah.
So then you were like, we should just read it. I'm like, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So I started reading it.
Yeah, because you can binge it at an uncatchable rate for me, but I can still just talk about it. Basically, is the thing.
And I'll be real, I have like, I don't know. It's interesting. I got stuff to say, but a lot of it isn't like about the actual content, because it's been such a present of me, like, in my life for years, right? Like this was like the media franchise that, like, I would point to as like, anime sucks. And I got it. So
it was one of the big three.
Yeah, dude. One Piece, Naruto,
of like early and Bleach,
yeah,
were the big 3 shonen series that like took off in the
they were garbage,
like mid 2000s.
All terrible. So we did. So I'm actually past it now. If we had waited longer, we probably could have talked about like the first 2 sections, but we're talking through chapter 33. So like before the exam stuff.
Before the tournament exam.
Tournament, yeah, an exam.
The first arc, the bridge arc.
I gotta say, so I was reading it, and I did at a certain point. I it's nice having good internet at least, because I took the time to download like the insanely huge, good quality, like the go-to thing for Naruto uploads of the show. Because I did a bit of reading, and I'm like, okay, like, I wonder if the anime will hit better or worse. Because at I forget what point it was, but I was like, I think it was during like the main fight. I'm so lacking for people's names outside of like the main people, by the way.
Okay.
Whoever the fuck they were fighting on the bridge.
Sabuza and Haku.
Yeah, whatever. People they were fighting on the bridge. who almost killed Sasuke.
Yeah, Haku is the one with ice powers.
I think it was around then. I was like, this feels like it might, like, parts of this might just hit better if I have the music, because that's what drew me in initially. And the answer to that was yes, the music helps a lot. The fucking anime ass dialogue and the flashbacks it was not worth it. So I went back to reading. I'm not gonna sit here and watch this.
No, Naruto has definite pacing issues.
Yeah, but the music is bopping.
Yep.
So that was a thing. But like generally my thoughts are, I made fun of this for so many years and said it was terrible. And now that even with the first section and then into the second section a little bit now, but overall, like, I got to take back some of the stuff I said, cuz I should have been meaner about it. Here's the thing. I've never had such a duality of like anything we've done. That's not true. One thing we've done, because it's like the first comparison that leaps into my mind. I like this for the same and no offense to anybody who does like it. Like, what the fuck ever. And I get for a lot of people it's nostalgic, right? Like, I'm coming at this as a 30-year-old. But like the people
particularly this early part is like made for fucking edgy teens.
Dude, exactly.
Like it is engineered for them.
I was like, cuz like, yeah, my feelings about this are like that one weird kid in like grade school who was way too into it, right? Like, that's my fucking takeaway. And I'm like, I'm reading it and I'm like, this explains so much. But the feeling I get is like when we did The Room, right? Like, this is, for my specific taste and everything else, like, this is terrible. It's fucking like, it's everything that I thought it would be and then some, as far as like, this is just the emblematic like garbage anime stuff. But I don't know, maybe it's because like I watch anime now, I gotta take that L. So like, I can watch it, I'm still or read it, but I'm still having fun, but just at like every page of like, this is such garbage, but like, it's fun. I'm having fun. It's just in kind of a mean way.
Sure.
But I think it's mostly the dialogue. Like, it's so edgy, dude. Like, fucking, we're not even like, oh man, what? No, because I guess that's in the second arc, but it doesn't matter. Like, Sasuke being like, no human should have been able to stop that kick. And I'm like, you're fucking 10. What are you talking about? Or like, we're a few pages in and Naruto got whatever thing like poisoned or something, and like, this was like the first moment where he like cuts open his hand with the knife, and like there's that big page, and I'm like, I just understood the psyche of so many people in school and that I've encountered in life so much better.
Yeah.
Like,
all the splash pages are like hit extremely hard for edgy 11-year-olds.
Dude, it's insane. Like, it's wild how much it leans into that. And like, kind of the other comparison I made, which is maybe a lack of content in the vein of this, but the thing that it made me think of is like, God's Not Dead. Like this, because that was one of the few things I've watched. Maybe we've done other stuff that was. You can tell me, but like every bit has to mean something. Like, every time a character speaks in that movie, it has to be like, we need the orchestral swell in the background because this is like the most important line of dialogue in the movie, but it's every time. And that's how I feel about this. Like, they're fighting for like the first time against like some random no-name scrubs, and it's like Naruto has to flash back to like, I'm gonna be a shinobi, and this is like my blah 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 blah. We're gonna have all this meaning wedged into every single fight, like it's the big end arc fight or whatever.
Yeah, because it's coming out. Every chapter's coming out every week, and like, you got to keep those 11-year-olds hooked.
Oh my god, it's so funny, dude.
It's like the engineering going on behind like knowing how shonen manga needs to work is like they've like fine-tuned it to they've like weaponized the formula.
Oh, dude. Speaking of weapons. Holy
Not just
shit.
Toriyama out here making poop jokes or whatever.
Dude, that's the thing. Like, also now I got a lot under my belt, you know? So I think part of it is not only I think if we had led with this for some reason, right? If we had like for some fucking reason this was like the first thing we read, I think I also wouldn't have had a good time. I would have not liked it in the same way, but I wouldn't have had a good time. Now, because there's Dragon Ball under my belt, right? Like I have these other things where I'm like, oh, they're doing this, but like turned up to 11 and without this other stuff, and whatever. So that, I mean, having just that floating around in my brain, like, is kind of what's tying it. Because yeah, I can see like exactly who this is for. I can see all the shit they're doing because it's stupid obvious.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think. Did you have a way for? Are we going to be talking about like the tournament arc stuff like as a separate thing, or does that bleed into something else?
It bleeds. I showed you the numbers for breakdowns, but like a lot of that is the tournament arc. The tournament has like certain sections where it breaks and kind of changes format.
Okay, because yeah, where I've read to, they're in the tournament arc properly, so I can like save that shit. I haven't seen. Yeah. I think Naruto is about to fight. Yeah, he's just stepped in to like start his fight, but I haven't read past that.
Gotcha.
I just asked because like I think through that point there was only like one. There's only been like one thing so far that's actually, you know what, I can talk about it. It comes up in the tournament arc, but it was sort of a general thing that I noticed even through like this beginning section through chapter 33 that is actually, it's like an actual bit of beef. Like Sakura seems like she's getting shit on. Like we have Mr.
Oh no,
we have
it
Mr.
does not.
Demon Ninetails. We have fucking last of his clan super blood boy, and then we have a girl. Her power is 2x chromosomes.
Yes.
Like, it's fucking infuriating.
Yep.
And even, like...
No. That is a problem with Naruto. Just,
dude,
it does not treat Sakura well.
And, like, at some points, it seems... I think it is in the second section, at some point, someone says, like, oh, her control of chakra is, like, incredible. Like, it's far better than these two idiot boys. But, like, it doesn't mean anything. Like, it's just a statement.
Yeah.
So that's like the
she's
only
better
beef.
fundamentals, but
yeah, but she doesn't get to do anything with them because everybody has a fucking ancient clan beef that allows them to manipulate the ether with their ninjutsu. Dude, the hand motions are killing me. They fucking... Because every time I see this shit, I'm just thinking of like the kids at school who would be out in recess going like, fa, fa, fa.
Be fair. It's what Trunks did before he killed Frieza. Literally. That's why they're doing it.
Yeah.
It's like taking one scene from Dragon Ball Z and going, that was the coolest thing.
The funniest thing to me so far with that has been the dude who was making the signs with one hand. And they drew his hand as a blur, and I don't even know if the mic will pick this up, but all I could think of was like he's just. I think it picked it up on Audacity. I don't know about Discord, but just like flopping his hand back and forth. Like, It's so funny. Oh man. But yeah, I don't know. It's just such a. It like launches into shit, you know, like Dragon Ball, where like had the. For better or worse, I don't know. Maybe if it was made again now, like it would go faster, right? Because it did eventually turn into like we're gonna be fighting all the time instead of adventures, you know. But we had that build up. Like
this exists. All three of the big three exist in a world in which Dragon Ball Z exists, right?
Yeah.
So they're far more reacting to that. They are like they're nothing like original Dragon Ball.
I think
like that's a forgotten memory at that point.
Yeah, well, Dragon Ball Z seems like it also maybe does it a little bit more ish. It feels like I mean, it's just a difference. Like like all these powers and shit, and everybody has all this bullshit that they're bringing up constantly. Like, it's a bit of whiplash coming from like Dragon Ball or something where we have like the chosen one, and then Naruto is like, if everybody has fucking special pick me powers, then nobody does, you know? Well, except Sakura, she gets nothing.
Sakura does not get.
She gets fucking. She has like an inner voice that is actually pretty great, but like other than that. Yeah. But like
the funny thing is, there is a more generic underlying system. They just don't fucking explain it for a long ass time.
That makes sense. I could see it. Is that like much later, or am I gonna hit that soonish?
It's much later, okay. Where they're like, all right, Naruto, it's time you learned about your fucking elemental affinity.
I mean, I've seen that. I called that from a mile fucking away, because the different villages are like, they got their different shit. So I assumed that something like that was coming, because they're all like named after stuff, unless that's completely unrelated. But that's where it's
kind of unrelated.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's just, yeah. There's, it's giving me a bit of whiplash is all.
Yeah.
I guess
it's just trying to be like cool in that teen edgy way. Like that's primarily what we've read so far. That's what it's trying to do.
Yeah.
And the thing, I will say, the thing about it that I like is that how it transitions from that as the characters grow up.
Mm-hmm. No, that's nice to hear.
Like, Naruto is a series where the characters grow up. Like,
yeah.
Naruto grows up.
Like, I read that Shippuden is...
he is a little kid here, and he will
totally. And, like...
come into his own.
Yeah, and I don't mind his character, generally. I mean, he has his fucking, I'm gonna cut my hand open moments, of course, but, like...
Well, I mean, look... If we're being real, it has me because they passed the ninja exam because Naruto's hungry and they feed him. Look. If you want to if I want to back twist oh, why did this work with me? Oh, I look at this right here.
Yeah.
They were hungry.
I mean, yeah, for me I guess it's like a similar thing, but it's just like I wouldn't say it's not hitting like a 10 or anything, but like just the fact that Naruto generally wins because he's like, I'm gonna be the fucking best. Like, fuck you. Like, I'm down for it, dude. And like we get a bit of the, his fox demon coming out a little bit, like Super Saiyan style. I'm fucking down for it. I don't mind that. It is weird that like we're at this point. They've been like focused, like they're building up so many other people and like kind of shitting intentionally on Naruto so that other people are like, this bitch, he's not anything though. And then like he whoops ass and they're like, oh, my bad. Which is, it's fine. I guess the other thing that's kind of been giving me whiplash, which might be because I'm just fucking binge reading a thing that came out weekly, is like we're getting the flashbacks and stuff, which feels kind of wild because they're flashbacking to like a thing that happened 2 pages ago or whatever. And I told that's right, I told you this, but we weren't. That was off air.
Yeah.
With like the one section where like there's the line. And then the next page is like the line again, but slightly different angle and stuff. Like it's a fucking commercial break. And I'm like, this dude was planning. He knew.
Yeah.
It was very funny.
It's also kind of just a style thing of like being in the characters, like teaching teenagers how to like feel empathy.
Sure.
Of like being in the character's head.
Yeah, yeah. No, like how they're thinking and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think even the flashbacks in general don't matter, but I think it's just like the frequency. Like we're flashing back a lot, but it kind of ties into
No, it's a thing that Naruto gets fucking clowned on all the time, but I actually think they're like the reasons why it works for like its intended audience.
Sure.
And it's like for emotional reasons
and like
for teenagers.
Because I'm reading and because they distinguish the flashback style enough, I don't care. I can fucking skim that shit.
Yeah. Well, it's more obnoxious in the anime.
Oh, I can imagine. But it does tie into like
the thing with reading this is whatever your fucking issue with any given moment is, like you're flying to the next thing.
It's over, yeah. But the way that binging this I feel is kind of impacting it a bit, or I'm just more sensitive to it, or it's another thing that like maybe people are like, yeah, this kind of sucked. is it feels like time is passing so fast, even though like there's nothing suggesting it has. But like there even within the first section, there's so many comments about like, you kids have really grown up, and I'm like, it's been a week. Not even. I don't know what the time is here. I don't know what the passage of time is. So there's like a lot of like, oh, you've matured, oh, you've grown, oh, you've done this. I'm like, has it been more than a couple of days? Because unless I've missed stuff, which is possible, like it doesn't feel like
it would be between. I mean, like nothing. Like when you see stuff happening, that's not like that's like taking place all at the same time, right? But like between missions, there's time passing.
Yeah, but we just got like the one mission.
Yep. But it was the big mission.
So I'm like, but I assume there's like more and stuff. It's just the way it's I have to do the legwork myself to be like, oh, time probably passed. But like, if you're not thinking of that, it just feels like they're like, you've grown. I mean, or dude's just like the most motivational teacher of all time. He's pretty chill. I saw in the thing he won the popularity contest. The
Kakashi.
Yeah, Naruto got second, which is
hell yeah
funny. But
that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean he's cool. He's sick. I didn't. So that's actually a good segue. I didn't know that the whatever special eyes, the Sharingan. Yeah, sure. I didn't know those came up so early. I thought that was like a thing that happened way later for some just lack of knowledge. I knew it was a thing because like I've seen every edgy 14-year-old cosplayer rolling those contacts.
Naruto's the thing's relationship with eyes is a big thing.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, yeah, we got there's already been a fair chunk. Well, and then into the tournament stuff, like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, and then it's yeah, actually some of the stuff I've been thinking while reading this too is like it comes off as some like when the characters are explaining their abilities and shit or like what they're doing, it comes off as like this is somebody's OC. Like this is like what somebody's Naruto OC would be doing, but it's just canon. Yeah. So I guess my apologies.
But it is like selling you on a new guy, right? Like selling them for the popularity poll.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Is this your guy?
Fucking I can't believe Rock Lee scored so high on that poll. That dude sucks.
Wow.
I mean, just appearance-wise, I haven't really, I've seen a little bit of him, but like, he scored.
Did you get to his fight yet? I assume not.
I don't think so, because I just got to the fight where Sasuke like used his technique. So that's yeah, it's hard to fucking keep track because like I've seen him fight, but not in the tournament. Yeah. No,
it's one of the more memorable early fights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got me fucking questioning myself. Yeah. I mean, there's characters I like. It's kind of unfortunate that Sakura doesn't really get too much. Like, if she just keeps getting shit on, that's kind of sad.
Yeah,
I do like,
kind of just true.
As I said, I do like Naruto. I don't know. Sasuke sucks, man. But I think that is also just residual feelings from like me being 15 and thinking he sucks because he sucks.
Yeah, he's the one that's there to be cool.
Oh yeah, that's definitely what he is. He's the coolest.
Cool for 11-year-olds.
Yeah. No, he's like yeah.
Or is Naruto like has emotions and cries and like
yeah. You know what
screws up.
You know what?
But then triumphs.
You know what's cool, Hank? You know what's cool? What? Fucking hating people and sitting alone.
Yeah.
That's what's cool.
Yeah.
The number.
Now you get it.
Hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of preteens and maybe even teens like posting up against the wall all recess by themselves because they're cool and not sheeple. I'm not trying to like fucking be mean. Like, I don't actually fucking judge anybody for liking this shit. Like, I swear. It's such an easy target. Oh, man. I fucking fell into that shit a little bit, too. The difference was I was, like, 6, watched Digimon Adventures, and wore gloves to school.
Hell yeah. Yeah, well, Digimon's good. So that checks out.
And I had the Digivice. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Whole thing. The difference was I had friends with Digivices, so like I was at least being alone.
You weren't Naruto running by yourself.
Oh my god. I don't know that I've gotten to any of the like Naruto running stuff quite yet.
Well,
There's
it's
been a few bits.
Because it's yeah. Well, it's more of like an anime thing, right?
Oh,
where
yeah,
like they don't have to animate their arms moving.
Yeah. Dude, the fact when I forget what I was even trying to look up or what I was checking on, but when I went to the I think even just like here because I have the wiki up. Yeah, the fact that one of the categories on the wiki page for Naruto is Naruto Run is so fucking good. It's so funny. You know what? There was one kid in my class who did a Naruto run. I don't begrudge him too much. There were some issues there, so like I'm not. This was a thing for him among other things, so I'm not disparaging him, but like I think he was the only one who did. I don't think I've ever seen like just some random person like rolling it out. Unironically anyway. I mean, like I've been known to do a Naruto run or two, but like, to power up, I was like 25 or whatever,
sure.
You know?
I mean, I didn't even start Naruto till post high school.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was talking to a friend. We were talking about Dragon Ball, and then he said he'd been watching this other show, Naruto, and then I checked it out and just like as something different to watch.
Yeah. Sure.
And just got hooked and kept going.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like... So it was pretty solitary for me getting into it. I didn't really... It was just... I just like would binge it.
Sure. Yeah. No,
With the internet, what with the internet and all?
The thing that might have... I mean, honestly, I don't know about fucking One Piece. I couldn't speak to that. I think I didn't like the character designs of One Piece. They just didn't hit for me in any way. That art style didn't hit for me. Like seeing commercials on TV, zero interest. I would watch like Kid Muscle. Yeah. All this was for kids, right? Like all the bad dubs or whatever dubs were on.
I fucking hate the Naruto dub so much.
And that's what I was leading into. Like maybe there would have been a chance, even for like Bleach or something. Maybe there would have been a chance, but like the Bleach stuff that I had seen was my friend showing me the cool scenes, which were edgy but also dubbed, so it sounds, at least in Japanese, like I'm not hearing stereotypical English edgy voice, right? Which makes a bit of a difference, at least for me, when I can't understand it with my ears. But Naruto's voice actor is the fucking worst. Not that they're doing a bad job, but like,
I just think
that voice is terrible for him. I dislike it actively.
I think everyone in the dub is miscast.
I don't even know what anyone else sounds like. I think someone, I think the time I heard it was that I like actively selected to turn on an episode of Naruto when it was on, I guess, out at my grandparents' cabin because they had satellite and we didn't have like cable or anything. Because a girl in my class who I was friends with really, I mean, she was like steeped in anime and she really liked Naruto. And I think that's like, because of that, I like clicked on the episode and it was just Naruto talking and I bailed I was like, this is, along with everything else, I kind of knew what I'm like, this is terrible. This is miserable. But that was in like a pre-subs world for me.
Sure. No, if I had just tried to watch Naruto on TV, I would not have liked it because I think the dub is really bad.
Yeah.
This was a show I just downloaded and watched in subtitles.
And I'll say, for the bits I checked out, it felt, the subs felt fine as far as that work does and or how that work goes and how people sound. Like, totally fine.
I really like Naruto's voice actress. She's one of my favorites, honestly.
Were you the one who was saying there was like something, was it Naruto or someone else that like everyone was so hyped, and then like in the theater or something, it was like a voice actress and everybody was all dismayed about it?
No, I don't know.
Maybe it was someone else. I swear someone told me a story, and I in my head I feel like it's about Naruto, that like they went to a showing of it and there was something with like the voice actress. Like,
I went to a showing of Sailor Moon where they put on the dub instead of the subtitles version,
not that. But
which
that's also
was scheduled to do. And then there was people were booing.
Of all the people to do that for, the dub versus sub people. Oh my god, that's funny. The people going out of their way to go to subs. I'm sorry that they should have kept it. Fuck yourself. That amount of mass misery for something that technically doesn't really matter. Oh, delicious. I assume did they fix it?
But they had to start the whole thing over again.
Oh man, I would have also like fixed it, but I would have made an announcement that said like just deal with it first, just to get the max amount of rage. Oh,
there's no one who works there that needs that heat.
Yeah, I don't know, someone on their way out. Oh.
Then you just don't fix it.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I'm busy. Fuck it, I'm watching my stories. Yeah, Naruto's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to go back. The thing I want to do, and it seemed maybe I'll just have to this will just have to be a solo venture, because I did look, because this is like super popular media. I assume someone would have like a little guide for like listening to the appropriate music while watching or while reading the manga. Because like then I could just
I looked after you mentioned that and I didn't find anything.
I couldn't find a single thing, and that was honestly a little surprising. I mean, you can do it, like, you just fucking do it manually, but like I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably still will, just a little bit, to get some taste, because the music is really good. And even just, I mean, like, the stuff I found was people are like, just listen to the soundtrack. Like, yeah, no shit. I don't want to be listening to Pain's theme when I'm out here in Like volume 8. As far as I know, Pain comes in a lot later.
He does.
Yeah.
That's a much later character.
Yeah. Which is also very funny that that's like what. I was ready to watch like 800 episodes of anime to get to this. It's a thing, man.
Yeah. I do think there's some really bad endings. Like I think it's the second ending I really don't like.
See, for me, the ending doesn't matter too much. Because I'm usually not sticking around, you know? Unless it bops. It has to be a bop.
Unless it bops. They're in the later endings that I think are really good. And I like to listen to them. But like there's like some in particular that don't hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's so much filler that they're like openings and endings that I have no experience of, really.
Yeah. Dude,
no attachment.
Calling the filler while I was downloading stuff was hilarious. It fucking cuts it in half. It's ridiculous.
Yes. No, regular Naruto, it's just like they made they adapted this part of the manga and then they've like made that many number of episodes of filler.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Where nothing of importance can happen. None of the characters can change.
Yeah.
And it's like, just like locked in time right here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That wasn't going to happen. I think at one point I mentioned it. Like, no, I'm gonna do the whole thing, but that was definitely more of a joke. I never had I did have a real desire to watch the show. I did not have a real desire to do the filler. It's too much. It's too much.
And it's bad. Like, if it were good, that would be one thing. But all Naruto filler is like, I find it really bad.
And see, the other, I think even the more important thing for me is that like I don't care that much. Like I do someday plan on going through like original Dragon Ball Z and even GT, but that's because I like those characters in that world. And even if it's like a little bit, like I just want to watch it, you know, like I want to do that thing. Also because I've watched like most of the other stuff and it's new to me, so like that's a thing. But like, oh, maybe I'd feel differently if I watched. Maybe I would have gotten really into Naruto by episode like 135 and been ready to do another 100 episodes.
Well, I still feel sort of the part of the appeal of Naruto is that it keeps pushing forward and like, you know, characters change and whatnot or whatever. So like being stuck in a moment in time where they're just this and they can't change is bad. And then when they start doing in Shippuden, when they do new arcs where every filler arc is about introducing you to these new guys that don't matter and all their deal.
Dude,
it's like the plot is like focused on them and their arc for this fake thing that they just made up it's not real and is never going to matter again.
I know technically I should wait on this, but I can't fucking hold it in. Why did it have to be teams of 3 for the tournament arc? And there was like 78 of them. It's too much. Like, there's one person from every squad that matters, then you have 2 other people who I'm getting names for. I don't know any of these fucking people. I know their qualities. I could pick them out of a crowd, but like you're
there are teams where more than one person matters.
Whatever. If you're telling me that anybody else on the sand team matters, there's Eyeshadow guy. I do know his name. That one, I think I even knew his name in like a match quiz. I could have put his name to his face because he like looks edgy, right? So I cultural osmosis has taken me for like some of these people. Or like a guy and girl that have like the kind of silvery eyes in the anime. Like no pupils. Them I recognize because I was like, whoa, what's up with their eyes? And I never found out because I never cared. That sort of thing.
Yeah. Don't worry, they'll all have their own individual fight.
Oh, yeah, and then there's so much
they'll get to show off their powers.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, there's so much. Here's the thing, I'm also coming hot off the trails of Inuyasha. That's been an adjustment. I've been spelling and thinking of that wrong. I was flipping the U and the Y for my entire life. But anyway, coming hot off the trail of that, where like there's not like crazy amounts of dialogue, right? And and like in comparison, Naruto is very heavy on it, and like mid fight and stuff too. Like we're doing, it's like and I know it's a thing, right? I'm not unfamiliar with the concept of I'm going to tell you my backstory and my goals and my dreams and the nature of this attack and my favorite color and first date scenario while we're having this fight.
Yeah, you have to learn all about their tragic backstory.
I get it.
And their trauma.
It's just it's been very funny because it's like it's so constant. I mean, the funny thing about watching the sumo anime, because I know it's a thing in sports anime too, right? Like a huge thing. The sumo anime didn't do it until like the last shit. Like they just didn't, and then suddenly they did. So that was funny. This is just like, well, they pop in immediately with it.
Yeah.
And again, I don't mind.
Yeah. But like that, I will say that is part of my genre fatigue with shonen stuff is, they're introducing another new group of characters who all have their own thing. Yeah. And like, we're not actually even going to spend time on our main characters. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, I guess maybe it's good that it's already doing that. Because if it had been, that was kind of my issue with Demon Slayer, right? I was so fucking hyped on that for 14 episodes. I was just absolutely loving it. And then they brought in new characters. And I was like, these people suck ass. Like, not only are they new characters, but they're tropes that I hate. But if they had been there from the beginning, then I feel fine about it. In this, like, there's fucking so many characters constantly.
Yeah. And the Chunin exam is mostly setting up characters that like will be in the rest of the series to some extent,
and that's what I was assuming, and that's kind of like where the
compared to like
awareness comes
Zabuza and Haku, they matter less because they're fucking dead.
Yeah.
Although death only means so much.
I mean, I've also
Ninja World,
dude.
But Dragon Ball.
But see, they led with that too. Like, oh, this dude's dead. Like he got through the fucking neck, and then like 2 panels later, it's like, I struck you with the paralysis spots with my giant needles or whatever. I'm like, okay, fine. But it's fun. It's fun. Like there's a lot of it's all garbage bullshit, but it's very fun garbage bullshit.
Yeah,
like,
and you can just burn through it when you're reading it.
Yeah,
it's like,
and it appeals to
part of the reason why I'm like, read the manga, don't watch the anime.
Well, and it has its appeal. Like, I mean, like me and my brother would also do like pretend stuff when we were little, right? But it was just we weren't doing this. We'd be like out in the woods with like big sticks, and we were like Jedi or whatever, or like warriors or something.
Yeah.
We didn't do this brand of it, but I can appreciate the absolute nonsense that is like all fours beast technique or something like that.
Yeah.
Like just random bullshit go, which is like, it's fun, dude. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not as fun as pretending to fire a Kamehameha.
There's no fucking
it's
way
pretty good.
Anything is going to be like, I'm sorry, doing your lame ass hand symbols into a fucking like, these are my eyes. Like, that's never going to be Kamehameha. It's not.
No,
is not even fucking close.
Well, that's my other principle on the genre is there's no shonen thing that's ever gonna be better than Dragon Ball. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah,
you can tell me One Piece is great all you want. Fuck it, I don't. It's not better than Dragon Ball.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's a good like. If you've already read the peak, like you at least know what you're getting. You're not getting the best from the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't actually know where it ends up. As far as I'm aware, Demon Slayer's thing is breathing. That's something you can do at least. I find it more inviting than all the hand symbols. Just a big like
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, where it's about stretching your arm a little bit longer early on.
JoJo is appealing because you just do fucking wonky poses. That's that's what it, and the fact that those are based on like real modeling poses is just incredible. Like, I don't know.
I feel like I didn't get to that.
No, that's more in part 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, JoJo was the thing where like the magic was learning to stretch your arm a little bit longer.
Dude, I find the first parts like I enjoy the Hamon or whatever more than Stans. Though I do appreciate all of the puns, I guess. But yeah, that was
the thing was like the appeal to me was the first arc was short.
Yeah.
Then it just becomes an endless shonen anime, and I'm like, okay, well that's not interesting.
That doesn't even do it. That doesn't even do it fucking justice because it's not even like they don't even really learn anything. They just win. It's just enemy of the week. And occasionally we're gonna beat up a dog, I guess. I don't know. Dude hates dogs.
It also made me not want to keep going.
Oh, come on. Little dog abuse, a little weird shit when one of the characters turns into a child. Like, come on.
Not appealing. Also, I just part 2 was boring. I got bored.
Yeah. No, I'm a big part 1 enjoyer, and then part 2 and 3 are fine, and then after that I'm like, yeah. Part 4 is funny because it's just Persona 4. Like it's literally just Persona 4 plot, which is kind of wild how much of it lines up. Anyway,
you say that, but I don't think it has any of the Persona 4 plot that I actually care about. That makes me like Persona 4.
Doubt. There's a dude who trims his fingernails, and people get sucked into another dimension or whatever.
Do they go out for lunch? Can they go out to eat?
Probably. I can't say definitively, but probably. I don't know. Part 4 was like kind of a thing, and then 5 like fully lost me. Dude jellifies piss in his mouth, and I'm like, I'm out. I don't care. It turns out I don't care about this anymore. I was here for big buff guys, and now we're doing like this. This ain't me.
Yeah. I think the other shonen thing that there's like negative plans to ever actually do this. But I'm just curious how you would react to it. Is Yu Yu Hakusho?
Oh, you mean the one in the middle of the secret fourth thing that I hated? Yeah.
Really? You had opinions?
I didn't even have... Dude, that was the thing. I didn't even... At that point, I knew I hated One Piece because like, fucking look at it. I knew I hated Naruto. I knew I hated Bleach. Like, just... I knew these for hard facts. Someone's like, Yu Yu Hakusho is also popular. I'm like, it sucks ass. It has to. There's no way. Look at all this other garbage. So it's like... Just a fucking... Like, zero... I don't even know... I couldn't fucking pick it out of a crowd, and I think, like, the anime itself, I have no idea about any of the characters, what any of it looks like. I think there's a non-zero chance I was confusing it with Inuyasha. Like,
that's very funny.
I'm pretty, because like I recognize Inuyasha, like the character, white hair, red robe. Like I knew that. I think I was getting them confused, which is very funny, especially now that I've read it and enjoyed it. But now zero.
Here's
okay.
Here's a character lineup for Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, this looks like ass. I mean, like, dude in the middle looks a tiny bit familiar, but like also,
yeah, he's the main character.
I assumed. I can't speak to any of this. The dude second from the right, with the orangish hair, blue school uniform type thing. He looks like a character from a meme thing I saw that people were using to describe Donald Trump after Biden dropped out, but I don't even know if that's the same anime or just a dude in a school uniform.
Or with a pompadour.
Maybe. He's upset because somebody died and he wanted to fight them.
That could have been Kuwabara.
Okay. He's like bursting into the fucking funeral or the afterward, the wake, and he's like, I'm gonna fight you. You were supposed to be here. And everyone's like, it's fucking
that's Trump. Like the first episode of Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay. That is the most I've seen of it.
Because Yu Yu Hakusho starts with the main character dying.
Nice. Yeah, I don't.
He saves a kid who ran out into traffic chasing a ball and gets hit by a car.
I know literally nothing about it. I used to know back in the day when I was a real hater. I knew enough about Bleach. Like, I knew general concepts, but that it wasn't as in my world to like get as much as I did for Naruto. But like my cousin was really into Bleach and like a couple other people, but it just wasn't as big in my area. And One Piece I knew about because like I saw that shit every Saturday, like ads and stuff. So
sure,
that was more of a visual turnoff than anything.
Yeah, I never got into One Piece at all.
That's good.
I watched up to a certain point in Bleach, and then I just didn't care anymore.
I feel fucking terrible for people who, in the year of our Lord 2024, decide that they want to start watching One Piece. Miserable. Why would you do that to yourself? Like 8 trillion episodes, no end in sight.
Look, sometimes you just gotta fucking watch 1 million episodes of anime because you're depressed.
Oh my god. At least do like
and you have nothing else going on in your life.
Yeah, I guess. Fuck. Yeah, I just started watching One Piece. You okay, bro? Do you need someone to talk to?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, they could be watching Dragon Ball, but it's my main thing.
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna like, I mean, like, yeah. And here's the thing: I guess if you get like sucked into it, then it flies by, right? Dragon Ball was like nothing. I could have gone faster. I had to, we were breaking to talk about shit.
Yeah, exactly.
The funniest part was that I needed a break after Z, and then like Super was just so fucking good that I'm like, God damn, I could have done this. I didn't need the break. It just got better. Fuck. I was like upset. Oh, good times.
Vegeta in that tiny train.
Oh, dude, fucking dancing Vegeta.
Farmer Goku.
And his Beerus is great. Like,
yeah,
just
true.
Fucking fun. Dude, I never like the food on Earth being like incredibly beyond top tier is that shit it never misses. I even remember when it was like them eating basic bitch like iceberg lettuce and they were losing their minds. And that I think initially you were like, I don't know, it seems a bit much. I'm like, it's incredible. It's fucking the idea that even our most basic garbage ass food is like amazing on a universal scale is incredible to me.
Beerus's brother brings the best that you could find in his universe. It's just like an egg.
It's just an egg. Oh, it ties it so well, dude. It's incredible.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Untouchable.
Dude, for real.
That's the ultimate takeaway. But
yeah.
Anyway, we'll check back in on your Naruto journey.
Yeah.
At some point.
When
we have time.
Yeah. If we're gonna do, I mean, if it's too long, I guess we can do like 2 arcs in one. Otherwise, a chunk of the tournament arc or whatever, the exam and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was just sort of to see where you're at, set expectations or whatever.
Yeah, like.
Do you have any questions before we close this out? For me, as the Naruto knowledge holder.
I don't. You know what? There was one thing that I was a little confused on, and I don't know if it's me just like being unable to fucking hold all of this text in my head. I don't know how it's pronounced. Hokage. Hokage. The 4th Hokage died, sealing the fox demon away, right?
Yes.
And the current Hokage is the 3rd Hokage.
Mm-hmm.
Was it just like the previous? I don't understand how that numbering works. Was this like the dude before the 4th Hokage? And now
like he had retired.
He's out of retirement.
Like,
okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was. I'm like, logically, it has to be this. There's no way that I'm counting up. Okay, I don't know that
there was
the
first, there was the second, there was the third, there was the fourth.
I don't even.
The 4th died, so the 3rd came back.
Yeah, I don't even know if that was even stated, but that is the logic I was operating on.
That's why because like in theory, the Hokage should be like in his peak.
Yeah,
the best ninja in the village, but it's this old guy because the previous one died.
Yeah,
and so he had to kind of come back.
Yeah, I think that was like the only
in the wake of a bad thing happening.
Yeah. No, I don't think there was any other things that weren't lining up that I can think of.
Just remember, he's Naruto Uzumaki, like the manga Uzumaki, because he's Naruto's Spiral.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I thought it was like the first thing I thought. I'm like, oh.
That's one of the most cursed crossover. Any crossover with a Jujutsu thing is gonna be cursed.
No, that as soon as I saw his full name, which I did not know until this point, I was like, that could be bad.
It's like, you hear about this kid who's got a spiral on his belly?
Oh man, imagine Naruto falls into that world. Uh-oh.
He would be done for very quickly.
I don't know that the fox demon can stand up against that. Yeah,
it would be a spiral fox demon.
But it's a fun time, and I think the vibe to set is like, I'm gonna be dunking on this shit. I'm having fun, but like, I'm gonna do a little dunking.
Sure.
Yeah.
Salt Circle Podcast, gmail.com, Salt Circle Pod on Twitter, anchor.fm/saltcircle, youtube.com/@saltcircle. I'm on Twitter @comicpanels.
I'm tempted to get a Twitter because then I could fucking make a hashtag like justice for Sakura. Some bullshit.
I don't remember if it's the actual anime dub or just bad subbing, but like something version of Naruto that used, instead of like using the phrase of Naruto's way of the ninja, They called it. They like translated it as Naruto's Ninja Handbook, and then had to like awkward for my Naruto's Ninja Handbook becoming a thing because they've like fitting a box of the way they're translating this expression into the way people are now using it in other phrases.
Yeah. That's weird. A little cursed.
Anyway, peace.
Peace.